Welcome back to another episode of Watch Therapy. Today we have a citizen from the Series 8 line. It's an automatic GMT. Let's take a moment to connect. You know, the picture on the website of Citizen, these center links look very blue. I almost didn't recognize it. I didn't, as the same watch. In person, I think they're a little more muted. These are obviously gray H links, but on the website, these are like bright blue. I wish they were brighter in person, just like this dial is. The dial's got kind of a texture to it. Kind of, it does. You can see it yourself. It's gorgeous. Paul over at TikTok Time Shop, of which this watch is for sale from them, is one of their great salesmen, and he lusts after this watch. I hope maybe he'll buy it, unless you buy it first. I'll put information in the description. It is limited, I guess I should be saying, and one of the reasons you might buy it is because it's limited and there's 1,000 in the whole world available. And this is one of them. It's unnumbered. And, a little of that, I'm kind of like, this one right here has the same movement as the other Series 8s, but it's limited. And it's definitely unique looking. Same movement and everything. It's $500 more. $500 more than the others. So the retail is $19.95. And Jonathan, who owns one of the co-owners of the store at TikTok, can do better than that. I know he can. He even said it. Dial, phenomenal. Look at the 12 o'clock, the 10, 12. Looks like it's all the even numbers. 10, 12, 2 o'clock, they got the double indices. Reminds me of Seiko, right? The Seiko design. They always have a double 12 o'clock. Well, this one's got them all the way around, and they do sparkle in the right light. It's 40.8 millimeters across in diameter. It is a 50-hour power reserve. And I will say, display case back. It's solid. It's not light. It's not titanium. So, it's got a little heft to it, which is fine. You can see that. Tells you a lot about it right there. Sapphire crystal. 10 bars, 100 meters water resistance, magnetic resistance. I have a 17 centimeter circumference wrist, so that's right around 7 inches. 7 and a bit. And let's see. You can see it wears nicely. Stands tall, nice and flat. Like I said, though, it's a solid hunk of stainless steel. It's not light. I know you get used to it. It's not. And these links do a nice job of not pulling all that hair you see on my arm. On the barrel. It is a great, great watch. I wish the blue was a little bluer in those center links. I think that's my only real gripe. Look at that. No thought missed here, no detail for these guys. Pretty amazing for such a large company that can think of just those little details. Like the bezel, it is unidirectional. I think that's good for practical purposes. I don't believe you're going to dive with this and mistakenly reset your time. I learned about ND limits this past weekend from my friend. He is a diver, and it means no decompression limits, and so that's how quickly you're allowed to rise back to the surface after a deep dive. And you want to have your time right. You want to have your, I don't think, this is not a computer dive watch. But I think for good practical purposes, I use a bezel all the time. And behooves me to not mention this is also a GMT watch. So, let's see here. I can skip hours, and you notice the seconds hand still running. Awesome. You can click that all the way around. And then to actuate, to set the GMT, you'd have to pull it all the way out, then turn it, right? If you want to set it to your local time or the time you left from, whatever, you would set that GMT hand, right? 4 o'clock there. Then you'd have to go back all the way in, like 1 click out, then set your hours like so. I should have said you would set the GMT along with the minute hand. Sorry. So whatever the time is, you set the minutes. The GMT hand's gonna get that, right? It's between 4 and 5 with the minutes. And then you push it back in. Well, I do that all the way in, then back out just to click it. Then set it to the local time wherever you're traveling. Excellent. 50 hours of power reserve. Gorgeous watch. Sapphire crystal. Gorgeous movement. Brand new movement. Little Côte de Genève striping in there. And it's limited. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know. Nice dial. I'm liking it more and more. Look at that.